Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Ruben here, we're joined with Minky, Sleepy Minky. So I get so many questions about people that want to know more about my life and the animals. So in today's video, I'll be answering all of those DMs you guys are sending to me. Is taking care of Cindy difficult? So yes, definitely lately, since she's blind, there's so much we have to do because she can't see where she's walking. So we have to guide her everywhere. She sleeps in the house at night and we have to feed her. So there's definitely a lot going on with Cindy. Minky, do you want to walk? But so Cindy is very high maintenance at this point, but we love her so much that we don't see it as work or high maintenance. We do it out of the love for her. So what is the scariest encounter you've ever had in the wild? So I would definitely say when I was attacked by a wildebeest. We had a tame wildebeest called Johnny Walker, and we released him back in nature because we rewild all the animals. And one day I was walking to the cattle and I didn't see him coming, and he ran behind me and he hit me with his horns on my calf. Luckily I had a pants on which was very strong, otherwise it would have ripped me apart. Yeah, I was on the ground and he was coming with his horns he was like playing but also a bit aggressive. Their testosterone, the males, they can get quite aggressive with the horns. So that was a very scary moment. I luckily got to escape, jumped over the fence, but that could have well been the last day for me on this planet. So I'm very grateful that I was spared and given a second chance at life. And the other time was when I bumped into a leopard at night. Luckily it was a young leopard. He was afraid of me, so he ran away. But that was also quite a big moment for me to see animals so close. He was about 10 meters from me, so your heart gets pumping quite quickly. Are you not married yet? So no, I'm not. I'm gonna marry Minky. She's so beautiful. But I'm not married. I'm single right now. I get that question actually a lot. So for those that are wondering, just to set the record straight. So the next question is, what animals have you released back into nature? Stretches from zebras, cheetahs, actually jackal, many meerkats, mongoose, warthogs the most probably, then also some springboks. So the antelopes tend to always go back to nature, and the warthogs as well. But then the meerkats and mongoose see us as family, and obviously Cindy as well. They are the ones that always stay here on the farm and they don't want to leave us. So it's the best of both worlds. They can go back to nature or they can stay here. So these ones climb underneath the fence we have around the house and they go in the nature and they come back. So it's a good life you have, Minky. She see the mic. What is this? I think she thought it's like a bird she could eat. Do you want to have a nice view? You can sit up here. Sit here so. That's say. Just sit still, Minky. So what's dating life in Namibia like? So to be honest, it's not easy. We are about 2.5 million people in the country. So, and then about 70% of the people in the country, of the population, is far north. I live quite central. So when I used to go to university in South Africa, there was many people you could meet and make new friends. But I must say it's not easy in Namibia. There's not many options always. But you never know. I really believe at the right time, the right person will come. So I'm not too worried about that. Somebody asked me, how do you deal with the dominance between the certain animals we have? And that's quite a difficult thing because, for example, Zoe is like an alpha female. She wants to dominate.
Zoe.
And then again, the warthogs, again, when we get new babies, the older ones that have been here for longer, they see themselves as superior, also territorial. So then there is a lot of fighting sometimes, especially when we rewild them, because they would always stay around the house still. When there's a new one coming, the others think it's their territory and they run around the house in circles for a long time, chasing each other. But one day they do make peace and then they just stay together. It's a funny question. Why have some of your animals become fat? It's not a difficult question to answer. It's actually my mother's fault because she's the one that feels bad for them to search for their own food. So she always gives more and more, and when they come back in the kitchen, she gives more. Especially Minky. she's a big beggar and you can't say no to that cute face. So I'm the one, when my mother's away for a while, I put Minky on a diet. But then when she comes back, she's just gains all that weight again. So there's not a win for me in that case, but at least Minky is happy. So this is a question I get probably asked the most, is how do all of these different breeds of animals and species coexist? So it's something I've also thought about a lot, and I really think it's because when they are small and you introduce them to each other, in the beginning there is some fighting, but in the end, every day we're living together, they just start to realize, but it's not just us as family, there's a warthog or a meerkat or a baboon mother as well. It really amazed me even up till this day that so many animals can coexist. So how do you get animals to be so comfortable with you? So I would say I have some animal whispering skills, I would say. Or that's what many people say. I like Dr. Doolittle, they call me sometimes. But I really think that animals can feel your spirit and presence, and they get a certain vibe from each person. And I guess they just naturally come to me and feel welcome. And yeah, I think I've also grown up with animals all my life, so it comes very natural to me to understand each species as they are each different, and you have to treat them differently. Are you planning to rescue more animals? So yeah, I don't actively go out to seek and rescue animals. It's mostly since we had Cindy, many people would just call us and say we have new animals, a new animal that they found as an orphan, and then they would call us and ask, would you take him in or not? What is a memory on the farm you'll never forget? So the first thing that comes in my mind is definitely Cindy. She's like a family member. I could have never dreamt of something like this. Even for me, sometimes it feels like I'm living in a fairy tale or a movie with Cindy and all the other animals. It's like this whole animal crew that just became so part of your daily life and as a family. And it really feels like my children. Cindy feels like my mother. The animals feel like my children. So it's something I could have never imagined and dreamed of. And it's probably something I'll cherish forever. Each and every animal that I've been on this farm, they all just have such a deep spot in my heart. And it makes me emotional to think how much you love them. They're just really so deeply loved by all of us. So that's definitely something I'll never forget. When I'm one day old, that's the thing I'll always remember from them. And on that note, I also want to thank you guys for loving the animals so much as we do. They just really brighten up our lives so much. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, learning more about me and the animals and answering all those questions you have. And for all those questions I didn't answer, I'll hopefully do that in the next video someday. But yeah, if you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.